gravel. Dylan, come here. Real neat.
We're gonna see how much a golf cart costs. So stay this. We're go this way. There's no running in there. Just coming down.
Oh my god. This is the funnest thing ever. We're going up a hill. Why are we cutting through a side? Oh my god. Oh my god.
We're on a ride. Homeboy's driving. This may be the last video you ever see of me.
No, it won't. I practiced yesterday.
Watch this truck there. Go. You gotta go. Commit. Commit and go. Alright, turn here so that we're not blocking them. Oh, jeez. Dude.
Alright.
Okay. Alright, drive. We're doing okay-ish. We're cruising at an amazing 17 miles an hour. Driving pretty good. The rain's starting to come down harder. We're getting pretty wet. It's not good. It's extreme weather driving in an all-terrain golf cart. Yeah, look where this road could have been run into someone.
I didn't know.
Doing good.
Oh, we're going straight through seagulls.
See, pandas. We're at a turn. We're using extreme caution.
I don't even
Push
know.
up.
Oh.
That's left. Right. We're using our signals properly. We came to a full and complete stop. Somewhat successfully made the turn. Oh boy. Cut that one a little tight. We're on the grass.
I don't care.
How do you like driving?
Really good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
Should we do some off-roading?
No.
I think that's a yes.
Oh, we're going off-road. Don't jump us.
I won't.
Oh, God. Oh, my back. That's good for the vertebrae. All right, pull us in here. Backing up. All right. Sorry if this audio is worse than normal, but I don't have my media mod on because it is currently raining. And it's been raining since last night. But we are at a lake formerly known as the Lake Huron Campground. I believe it now to be, I think it's the North Port Huron Jellystone Campground. We kind of came on a whim. Kind of last Friday night, we just kind of figured, hey, let's pack up and go. We have forgotten almost everything on the trip. I forgot pajamas, we forgot certain foods to cook with. We had to run to the store. We didn't pack any hoodies. It dropped down to the 50s last night. And the night before that. kids getting sick. We went out to eat last night because we didn't have food, and they forgot to put our order in, so we sat there for 45 minutes before we got food, almost an hour. Every store I went to has been out of everything I need, or they close like super early. But the campground, all in all, is really nice. It has a massive lake. Actually, we're passing it right now. I'll show that. I got some other shots of that. It has a massive lake with like a inflatable fun obstacle course for kids. And has like a splash pad. They have a fairly large pool, but apparently there's a leak in it right now, so it's closed for the rest of the year. But depending when you watch this, it'll probably be open. The one benefit of the pool being leaking is right now, the rest of this year, they're offering like a big discount on campsites and basically anything. We were able to get this golf cart that I'm riding in right now, which is pretty cool. Electric golf cart. It's got big old mutters on it and stuff. Crash bar storage in it. Seats 4 pretty comfortably. They have 6-seaters too with stereos and low lights and stuff. Very nice though. I mean, almost every site. The campground A is massive. I mean, there's probably 250, 300 spots maybe available. So, and from what I've seen, most of them are full hookup sites. So, they all have, you know, sewer. They all have electric. From what I've seen so far, 30, 50 amp. And they all have cable too, which that's been a disaster too. So this campground is like in the middle of a dead zone as far as cell service, antenna from like getting digital TV. So basically, unless you have a really strong antenna, it's not the strongest signal we could get. We got like one channel on the TV and it was coming in weird, so I decided, well, I get some cable. So I went up to the store, got cable, tried to run it to the camper, and had a whole debacle trying to figure out where this is the first time I ever hooked cable up, so trying to figure out how to connect it to the camper. There doesn't seem to be an inlet from the outside, unless I'm just wrong. It looked like there was one on the outside where the outside TV mount goes, but I think that just goes up to the antenna. I tried hooking the cable to it and did get some channels in, but they came in really staticky. I don't know if that was because I had the antenna on still and it was just dual signals. I was freaking out or what. I'll have to experiment with that next time, but I was trying to find a union to like take the cable from the antenna off and connect it to the cable, and eventually I just gave up and wired it through one of the storage under the bed and plugged it in the back of TV. At least we had some TV last night for a while. So their TV is DirecTV here. A massive storm came through last night, and right after we're like, okay, we had the fire going, lightning lit up the sky, threw us into the camper, and then we go inside to watch TV. We're like, well, we'll just hunker in the camper for the night. Well, satellite goes out because it's you know, the storm. So we sat there for 20 minutes or so. Eventually it came back. But so pros and cons of this campground. The pros, it is beautiful, it's big. They have a really nice man-made lake. You can rent or bring your own kayaks. You can bring your own golf carts, drive around. They have a little bike trail in the woods. They've got some really nice bridges, suspended bridges that go over the lake. They have a lot of nice cabins on the lake and stuff, smaller cabins that are just kind of beds, with a couple larger ones that I believe have like kitchens and heaters and air conditioning and stuff in it. So that's really nice. Other pros, this is not like a tent kind of campground. They do have some tent sites in the back that are on the woods and stuff, but there's maybe a handful of them. This is mostly an RV resort. So if you're looking for like a rustic style campground, this might not be the place for you. But the overall campground is pretty nice. They have some cement pads, they have grass pads to pull in on, they have some gravel ones. Everyone gets their own fire pit. They're not like the real massive tall fire pits like like they have in state parks. They have just like the little culverts that are lower to the ground. So if you do have small children, it is a tripping hazard. You need to be careful with that. But I find myself going to the state parks, and those campfire rings are just so big that you almost don't feel the heat, right? I'm trying to avoid some of the water on the camera. They're just so big that you almost don't even feel the heat from the fire. You know, the one benefit is it's so high that usually if you're sitting in a lower chair, you don't get smoke in your face. But anyway, yeah, so pros, it is very nice. The campground was built, I want to say 8 to 10 years ago, maybe. I remember coming here when they first opened. They put a lot of very small, like sapling type trees in when they first started it. It's been 10 years, so the trees here, you'll see, they're like 10-year-old trees, so you're not going to get a ton of shade from them, but they do have some trees. Most sites have a little tree on them or something, and the next 10 years, these you know, the trees will get taller, and it might be pretty good. They do have 2 jump pads and a jungle gym, a couple jungle gyms I've seen, depending where you're at in the park. They have a pavilion where last night they hired a band to come out and play, and a pretty good band. Played a lot of 90s rock music, so it was up my alley. So they do a lot of activities. They have an activity center where they have like a little cafe. You can order some kind of bar food, snack food type things. They have an activity center where they try to do a lot of activities for kids. And since it's a Jellystone, you get like Yogi Bear and stuff. They kind of, you know, come around for photo ops and things. So it is a good family-oriented campground. It's not going to be that rustic in the woods type campground. It's more of an old farm field that they converted to a campground that they're trying to add amenities to. So far, I mean, those are the pros. Like, it is a nice campground for your family and stuff. The cons are you're kind of in a dead zone as far as cell signal, and you know, if you're trying to pull just like digital signal off of your TV, there's not much around. The closest town is Port Sanilac, which is about, I'd say 5 to 10 miles away. There's not a lot there as far as shopping. There's like 1 or 2 restaurants, and there's like 1 grocery store. It's kind of mixed with a gas station. There's a Dollar General and stuff, but they all seem to have closed very early. Like last night I went, the gas station closed. Go ahead. You're good. Go ahead. The gas station closed at like 7 o'clock, you know, and I was looking for stuff, so there was that. You know, so there's that. That's a con, right? The store, they seem to be very short-staffed here, so they're trying to spread themselves around. More lap. They're trying to spread themselves around a lot, so the store closed early. Their site said that that the front ranger station closed at 11 o'clock on a Friday night. I got there at 8 and they were closing. Like, I'm lucky I got there at 8. If I'd have been 5 more minutes late, I probably wouldn't have been able to get in or get a reservation. Their website seemed to have problems, and I did call several times, probably 20 times, the phone number they have listed, and it just kept ringing and going to an answering machine. And I brought that up with them, and they're like, oh, sorry, we're very short-staffed, so in-person people take priority. So we kind of just came up on a whim, hoping that they had an opening. But they do. They have a lot of open spots here. This campground's just so big. So the store hours were weird. So they closed at 8 on Friday. I go there on Saturday, and expecting them to be open till 8. They closed at 6. So again, like, I wanted to get up and get some sweatshirts. They do have some cool Jellystone stuff for kids. I was going to get them some sweatshirts, and they were already closed, so that kind of bummed me out a bit. Kind of put a bad taste in my mouth about that. But all in all, it is a very nice campground. It's very good for kids. I would recommend coming here if you're not looking for that rustic campground kind of vibe. So yeah, I guess those are my thoughts. I'll probably splice some more video of you know, I took some video here and there, but the golf cart's been fun. You know, it's right. They do have a lot of rental things and things for you to do around the campground. so they do have a lot of speed bumps around the campground, so that that's annoying, but I get it. Yeah, that's my thought on the North Port Huron campground. I would recommend it, just based on what your needs are. Alright, I will see you on the next video.